but your hands say otherwise. Glass half empty, eyes half open. You've been reading all the signs. You leaning closer, like you're waiting for a sin. I don't need to pull you under. You are halfway in. You keep asking what I want, like it hasn't crossed your mind. I don't need to make you stay, I just make you decide. Say my name like a threat, like you know it's bad for your breath, like you'll hate yourself tomorrow, but you're here anyway. Say my name slow and low, like you're daring me to go. I don't need your trust or faith, just say my name like a threat. You keep testing all the edges just to see if I react, but I don't flinch when things get messy. I just smile back. You call it tension, I call it clarity. If you're scared of what this costs, you should stop looking at me. You say I feel dangerous, like that's something I should fix, but you don't run from the fire, you just warm your hands to it. Say my name like a threat, like it's sitting on your chest, like you're choosing something ruined over something safe. Say my name, no regrets, like you're done playing innocent. I don't need to promise anything, just say my name like a I won't chase you down the hall, I won't beg you to believe. If you're standing here this close, you already know what I mean. I don't break hearts on purpose, I just don't protect them. If you're still here breathing heavy, don't pretend I made you step in. Say my name like a threat, like a line you're gonna cross, like you'll blame me in the morning, but you won't say stop. Say my name one last time, like it tastes like consequence. If you're gonna let me ruin you, at least say it like you meant it. I never asked you to trust me, I just asked you to stay. You keep fixing your posture, like I didn't notice first. Every time I get quieter, you say a little worse. You laugh when you're uncomfortable, it's kinda cute, don't lie. Your pulse gives you away before your mouth even tries. You keep asking what I'm thinking, like I haven't made it clear. I don't say much on purpose, I like it when you feel the fear. I look better when you're nervous, when your voice drops low, when you're trying to act unaffected, but your body says no. I look better when you're shaking, trying not to stare. I don't need to touch you yet, I like you right there. You say you've been through worse, like that's supposed to scare me off, but you keep leaning closer, like you're daring me to cross. You call this chemistry, I call it pattern recognition. I don't guess when someone wants me, I just wait for permission. You keep biting your lip, like it's holding something back. I don't rush the moment, I let the tension crack. I look better when you're nervous, when you swallow every worry, when you try to play it cool, but you're shaking when I lean in first. I look better when you're honest, even if it's just with me. You don't have to say you want this, I can read it when you breathe. I won't corner you, I won't make close and let you decide what this means. You can walk away clean, you can blame it on the night, but if you stay right here, don't pretend you didn't lie. I look better when you're nervous, when you stop pretending brave, when you realize the danger is the thing you came to taste. I look better in the silence, right before you came. I don't need to take control, you gave it away. Relax. If I wanted to hurt you, you wouldn't be this comfortable. You keep calling me a problem, like you don't like how it sounds, but you trace me like a habit every time I'm around. You say you've heard about me, like that's supposed to scare me straight, but you're still standing right here at the edge of my wake. You don't ask if this is dangerous, you ask how bad it gets. You don't want reassurance, you want a warning, a label you can't ignore. Fly sharp teeth, you smile like you know what I mean. You say be gentle under your breath and you pull me in. Fly sharp teeth, every truth cuts clean. If you're gonna let me ruin you, don't pretend you didn't see. You keep saying you're different, like that changes how this ends, but you flinch when I get honest. That's how I know we're friends. You dress this up as fate, like it's out of your control, but you chose this conversation. You just don't like the tone. You don't need me to be careful, you need me to be clear. If I wanted to be harmless, I wouldn't still be here. Like sharp teeth, every kiss leaves a seam. You tell yourself you can handle it, but your hands say please. Like sharp teeth, truth tastes bittersweet. If you're walking into fire, don't blame it on the heat. On the heat, on the heat. I won't dress this up in poetry, I won't promise you safe ground. If you're looking for salvation, you should have turned around. I don't sharpen my intentions, they were always this clean. If you're bleeding by the morning, at least bleed honestly. Soft, like sharp teeth, say it slow, say it plain. You don't fall into disaster, you step into the flame. Like sharp teeth, now we both know the cost. If you're still holding my hand, you already made the choice. keep circling the moment, like you're scared of what it means. Hands hovering like questions you don't want me to read. You said this feels familiar, like you've been here before, but you don't stand this close to danger just to walk out the door. If you're gonna touch me, don't do it like a habit. I don't need your comfort, I need you to be honest. Touch me like you mean it, or don't touch me at all. I don't want your almost, I don't want your stop. Touch me like you mean it, like you know what it costs. If you're gonna cross this line, don't blame me when you're lost. Your breath's getting heavier, like you're losing the thread. You keep saying slow down, but your hands say again. You call this a mistake, like it isn't a choice. If you wanted distance, you wouldn't shake when I get close. I don't do half confessions, I don't read between lines. If you're gonna want me with your spine. Touch me like you mean it, or keep your hands clean. I won't beg you for desire, I just watch what you need. Touch me like you mean it, like you're done playing pure. If you're asking for damage, don't ask me to cure. I won't pull you closer, I won't push away. I just stay exactly here and let you decide what breaks. You can call me reckless, you can call me wrong, but if you're still holding on, you've been choosing this all along. Touch me like you mean it, like you're done pretending safe, like you know tomorrow won't look at you the same. Touch me like you mean it, but don't reach at all. I don't ruin people slowly, I don't ruin them at all. I don't need you to stay, I need you to choose. You keep saying you were blindsided, like I changed overnight, but I was standing in the open every time you looked my way. You said I hid behind a smile, like it wasn't sharp enough, but you traced every warning and still called it love. I didn't sell you a dream, showed you the cracks, you just thought you could fix me or soften the facts. You knew I would before you said more. conceal. I don't apologize for being real, just because you didn't think I'd stay real. You don't hate what I did, you hate that I didn't pretend. You wanted the fight without the way it ends. You knew who I was when you stayed that night, when you felt the distance and still held tight. You knew who I was. Don't call it a surprise. You don't get to be shocked by a truth you romanticize. I won't argue the past, I won't soften the blame. If you're looking for closure, say my name. Say it without shaking, say it without fear. If you stayed this long, you were never unclear. You knew who I was before I touched your skin, before you let the silence pull you in. You knew who I was, so don't call me unkind. I didn't break your heart, I just refused to be someone else for your peace of mind. For your peace of mind. You don't get to be a victim of the truth you willingly walked into. You keep using that word like it's supposed to land, like I haven't heard it from people who want it more than I am. You say I'm cold when I don't crack, like that's a flaw to repair. But I don't break just to make you feel like you matter more. You wanted death, you wanted pain, you just didn't think it would look the same. Don't call me heartless, just because I don't bleed out loud. I don't owe you chaos, just to prove I felt something real. Don't call me heartless, when I told you where I stand. I didn't like emotion, I just don't perform it on command. Yeah, yeah. You confuse control with emptiness, like they're the same disease. But I feel everything, I just don't hand it out for free. You wanted honesty until it cut too clean. Now you're calling it cruelty because it didn't come with relief. You don't miss who I was, you miss who you imagined. Someone softer in the dark, someone easier to manage. Don't call me heartless when I You keep talking like love supposed to be kind, like it owes you protection just because you crossed the line. You mistook my silence for a place to hide, but I don't soften the truth just to make it easier to survive. You wanted intensity without the weight. You wanted fire with an escape. I never promised you safe. I never said this wouldn't burn. I told you who I was. You just hold, I learned. I never promised you peace or a soft place to land. If you stay for the danger, don't ask me to hold your hand. You will keep asking why, like there's something to fix. But the cost was always part of it. You just ignored the fine print. You say you feel changed, like that's something I did. But growth always hurts when you don't get to stay innocent. You don't get to rewrite what was clear from the start. If you wanted safe love, you shouldn't have wanted my heart. I never promised you safe. I promised you real, promised you honesty without the seal. I never promised you shelter from what you feel. If you couldn't survive the truth, you shouldn't have stayed for the thrill. You shouldn't have stayed for the thrill. I won't yield to your disappointment. I won't dress this up as regret. You don't get redemption for risks you willingly accept. If you call this damage, call it earned. You don't touch the flame and complain that it burns. I never promised you safe. I never promised you whole. I gave you exactly what I am. Not what you hoped I'd grow in. I never promised you safe. So don't call this abuse. If you're hurting right now, it's because the truth finally reached you. I don't protect people from themselves. I just stop lying about the cause. Prove that I can. I just need to exist and let you understand. Every look you give me, every whispered dare, shows me exactly how much you'll bear. You keep calling me cruel, like it's a flaw to mend. I don't break for applause, I don't break to defend. I'm pretty when I'm cruel, when I don't apologize, when I lean in closer and I see the surprise. I'm pretty when I'm cool, when I don't look away, when I tell you the truth and you choose to stay. You try to mask the danger with soft apologies. But you're drawn to the edge because it thrills, it frees. You call me wicked like it's meant to sting. I just stand here patient and let the truth begin. You wanted me gentle, you wanted me small. You can't punish my clarity for the way it enthralls. I'm pretty when I'm cruel, when I don't play your game, when I hold your attention without giving my name. I'm pretty when I'm cruel, when I say exactly what I mean, when I touch, when I speak, and you follow unseen. I don't need your forgiveness, I don't need your grace. I just need the reflection of your eyes on my face. I'm not asking for mercy, I'm not asking for love, I'm not asking for anything but to be seen as I am. I'm pretty when I'm cruel, when I don't hide my hands, when I show you the fire and you don't reprimand. I'm pretty when I'm cruel because I'm finally whole. I don't break to please you, I just claim my control. You can call me cruel, I'll just smile. You keep testing the limits like you want me to break, but I only give you bruises if that's what you came to take. Every glance, every touch, every word left unsaid. I read your permission before I crossed your thread. You act surprised when it stings, like you never saw it coming. But I only bring the fire when you're already humming. I only hurt you when you ask, when you lean into my head, when you whisper take me and don't understand. I only hurt you when you ask, when you breathe me in like sin. I don't punish the unwilling, I only punish those who let me in. You call it cruel, but you can't deny the thrill. Every inch of damage feels like it's mutual still. You wanted chaos, you wanted the sharp. You lit the match and I just sparked. You play with danger like it's a game, like I'm just a mirror to blame. But every cut, every scar you asked me to name. I only hurt you when you ask, when your eyes invite the sting, when you step closer knowingly and crave the reckoning, and crave the reckoning. I only hurt you when you ask, delivered. You keep saying you'll fight like it's something to prove, but I see the tremor in the quiet. You refuse, you act like you don't care, like it didn't cost you pain. But I can hear the truth in the way you remain. You try to deny it, but I know what you feel. Every glance, every breath, every lie you conceal. Say you hate me, mean it like you actually do. Say the words without trembling. I want the proof from you. Say you hate me, mean it like it's not just for show. I can feel the conflict, I can make it grow. You call it obsession, I call it honesty. You wanted danger, you crave complicity. I don't push you harder, I just hold the line and watch you wrestle with what's already mine. You can't run from the reflection of what you've allowed. Every hesitation makes me proud. Say you hate me, mean it like it burns your chest. Say it loud, don't soften. I'm all on your unrest. Say you hate me, mean it like you mean every word. I don't need your forgiveness, I need your truth to be heard. I don't need you broken, I don't need your tears. I just need you to admit that you've been complicit for years. If you call me cruel, if you call me wrong, I just smile quietly because I knew all along. Say you hate me, mean it. Say it with fire. Say it because you want it more than you can acquire. Say you hate me, mean it. Say it, then move on. I didn't make you this way, you came willingly drawn. You hate on. You hate me. But you stayed anyway. I don't leave chaos for the sake of it. I leave precision in my wake. Every scar, every sigh, a reflection of the choice you made. You wanted intensity, I gave it deliberate. No dramatics, no screams, just the way you inherit. Every hesitation, every glance ignored, built the space where I exist, steady, unexplored. I don't rebel in destruction, I scope reality. The fire you chased was always inside silently. I leave the edges sharp, let them define the frame. You'll remember my name long after you call it shame. Ruined but tastefully, every line, every scar. I don't break to punish, I just show who we are. Ruined but tastefully, like a masterpiece framed in pain. I'll leave the edges sharp so you'll never forget my name. don't seek applause for honesty, just accuracy. You lit the match, I just let it coincide. Every choice, every movement, I leave nothing to hide. I don't linger in your panic, I stand in the truth. Measured, restrained, untouched by the youth. You call me cold, you call me cruel, I call it art, not bending to the rules. Every whisper, every tremor you try to disguise, build the reflection you see before your eyes. I don't chase, I don't plead, I don't sway, I let you confront the cause, come what may. Ruined but tastefully, every mark, every seam, I don't twist for drama, I just expose the dream. Ruined but tastefully, like a canvas carved in flame, I leave the truth intact so you'll remember my name. I don't need your thanks, I don't crave approval, I just leave the mark and let the world accept the removal. I don't create chaos for thrill or fame, I just reflect what you invited, I do not blame. If you wanted someone gentle, look elsewhere. I only reveal what you chose to let through. One day you'll see why I didn't hold you close, why I let the truth land and let the rest decompose. You wanted danger, I gave it without disguise. I didn't shield you from the fire, I just let it rise. You think you lost control, but I never touched your hands. You lit the match yourself, and I just watched the strands. Every lesson left, every mark ignored, every silent hesitation, every choice you scored. I didn't punish, I just let it unfold. The story you wrote is the one I hold. You'll thank me later, when the edges are clear, when you see the pattern and the fear disappears. You'll thank me later, when the truth comes alive. Every choice you made was the cost of the tide. I don't seek your gratitude, I don't wait for applause, I just leave the truth with a measured pause. You look back and wonder why I didn't sway, why I didn't soften or hide what I'd say. I leave you intact but with eyes open wide. I give the mirror you tried so hard to hide. You wanted safety, you wanted a guide, I gave honesty instead and let you collide. Every tremor, every shadow you denied was always visible, I didn't have to hide. I don't manipulate recklessly, I just reveal and let you taste the wound you agreed to feel. You'll thank me later, when the edges are clear, when the pattern emerges and the fear disappears. You'll thank me later, when you see what I meant. Every scar, every pause was deliberately sent. I won't beg for your forgiveness, I won't soften the lines, I only leave what's necessary and let you define the signs. I don't create regret, I don't manufacture pain, I I don't linger in regret. I don't mourn what I've done. I sleep fine alone beneath a fading sun. I've walked through fire. I've seen every cost. I don't clutch at the past. I don't grieve what is lost. The echoes of chaos lie quiet outside my door. I've carried my own weight and I need nothing more. No apologies needed, no comfort required. I am whole in the stillness, not touched, not tired. I hear whispers of longing from those I once knew, but I'm not haunted, I simply withdrew. I sleep fine alone with the echoes I've left. I don't need anyone to absolve or to bless. I sleep fine alone with the shadows I've known. Every scar is a story, every silence my own. The night doesn't haunt me, the past doesn't bind. I sleep fine alone because I own my mind. I don't crave your warmth, I don't long for your hand. I've built my own fortress, on my own I stand. The calm in my chest is stronger than fear. I rest in my own truth, no one else near. I carry no regrets, I carry no shame. The world may whisper, but I don't play that game. Every choice I made, every line I drew was for no one else, just to stay true. I sleep fine alone with the echoes I've left. I don't need anyone to absorb or to bless. I sleep fine alone with the shadows I've known. Every scar is a story, every silence my own. I don't fold under sorrow, I don't bend for the past. I sleep fine alone, and I sleep like that will last. I don't wait for approval, I don't ask for grace. I've made peace with myself, and I found my place. I sleep fine alone because the only weight I bear is the one I chose, and I chose it with care. I didn't ruin you. I didn't lie to you. I didn't pretend. I only stayed honest. You walked in knowing the risk, you stayed knowing the cost. I won't apologize. I have nothing to apologize for. The fire burned because you held your hand to it. I just kept it lit. I didn't bend for comfort, I didn't soften for love, I didn't perform to make you feel safe. If you want someone to blame, look in the mirror. I only showed you what you chose. Every scar, every wound, every sleepless night was yours from the moment you leaned into me willingly. I won't give solace, I won't give closure. I only give the truth, and it burns because it's meant to. No apology, no regrets, no reversal. I didn't act out of cruelty, I didn't act out of love. I acted because I existed, and I refused to compromise the self I am. You wanted comfort, you wanted safety, you wanted me to bend, to kneel, to soften. I gave none of it. I gave clarity, I gave precision, I gave the mirror. Every reaction you had, every tremor, every moment you called pain, it was yours already. I just returned it in honesty. I don't need validation, I don't need forgiveness, I don't need applause. I need nothing because I am complete in the space I occupy, in the choices I made, in the person I refused to unmake. No apology, no regrets, no reversal. The story ends here. I walk away, I'm broken, and the truth remains. I did not lie, I did not falter, I did not apologize.